Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Global Happenings Today. We have a trending news for you, and the topic reads: Government school principal took to his heels over the action of Sowore in his school. See details. But before we go further into the news and further analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead and click on it as soon as you update our channel. Alright, let's go straight into the news of the day. Alright, there was a mild drama that took place on Monday, when Sowore set out to look for a public school where he could teach government or geography while sitting idle in Abuja. But to his dismay, the principal disappeared immediately he and his colleagues had entered the school premises. Well, he tweeted it on his Twitter page. He said, "You may find this very funny or even curious. Today I set out to look for a public school where I could teach government or geography while sitting idle in Abuja. So we set out to a public school, but by the time we arrived there, the principal had disappeared on us." Well, some of the Twitter users who commented on Sowore's tweet said that the principal should have been punished for his action. Well, a Twitter user said that, according to the Twitter user, he said the principal should be disciplined for allowing such in his school. Just like he said, just like he should not abandon his colleagues and students when there's a fire outbreak in the school. So he should have risen up to the challenge posed by Sowore's inappropriate appearance in his school. Another one says, another Twitter user commented on what Sowore said. He said that there's nothing wrong with what Sowore did. He's just trying to help. According to him, he said Sebi he wanted to assist the students academically. You can't just throw away the bowl with the water. There's good in goodness. Isn't it better than being idle when he can add value? Other Nigerians have reacted to that tweet, but it's rather fun. It's comical to me, really, that a principal will run away on citing Sowore. I don't understand. I don't get it. Is it that Sowore is the troublemaker, or that the fact that the presence of Sowore will bring his school to limelight? Is he scared that Sowore coming in, he will go and bring revolution now in his school? Or is it the fact that he's scared that Sowore will not only come and teach government, but teach students how to, know their right and fight the government of the day they're not doing right? All these things, comes to my mind when I saw the tweet. But truth be told, I don't think what Sowore did is wrong. I think it's commendable. Rather than sitting back and doing nothing, and this is free. To me, that's voluntary. It's not as if he's asking for money. Some of the Nigerians said he's poor, that he's now hungry. Some said he's idle. From one a comment the respondent said online, said from presidential aspirant to revolution now, from revolution now to court case, from court case now we're looking at him being a volunteer teacher. Very soon his career will be changed, but I don't think so. I feel he's trying to add value. And who does that anyway? Quite a number of politicians, you will see them go close to public school where they're not going to be paid for the activities, they will be paid for the actions. But he's doing this free of charge. Don't forget that Omoyele Sowore is not just a politician, he's not just a human activist, human rights activist. He's not just, he is the owner of Sahara Reporters. He's a journalist by excellence, so he knows his onions. He's not a riffraff. He's not particularly looking. He's not going for the job because of the money. I feel he instead of staying back at home, not adding value. I guess these are mindset of champions. These are mindset of those going somewhere. If I got enough and I'm just sitting idle, rather than doing nothing, there's this saying, an idle man is the devil's workshop. Let me add value to the people. And these are youths, these are young lads, young guys and ladies, or young girls and guys who need impartation. Some of these government schools sometimes their teachers are always not. I feel also that Sowore coming in, the principal will feel inadequate. He feels that, okay, if the principal comes, if Sowore come into the picture, he may likely bring the school to limelight. Maybe there's some, inappropriate things that maybe they're not always on time. So this public government schools, sometimes you see their teachers, they will just go mark register and go back home. At the end of the month, they collect salary. Maybe once a week they teach. After that, once a week they go back and collect, or once or twice a day, once or twice a week they teach, and after they collect their salaries. All these are things these are things the principal must have thought about, and is a bit scared that, look, if this thing goes ahead, and so when it comes into the picture, you bring him to limelight. But if you ask me, I don't know why people, one of the respondents, I think from the north, he felt insulted. The way he went about it, challenged Sowore, I don't understand. But inappropriate appearance, that word, inappropriate appearance, I thought, I just didn't want to go there, but I think I should look into it. What's wrong with Sowore coming to volunteer? Just like me going to a secondary school, so, okay, let me impart the knowledge I've got. I want to do it for free. I feel these people are inadequate. I got a lot of me. Let me put what I know in some of these students. And you see, because I came in, it's inappropriate. As in, my presence is inappropriate. I don't understand. Are they trying to stigmatize Sowore? What Sowore did is not, I don't think it's criminal. That somebody calls for protest, maybe, but why would you call it inappropriate? Does he need permission? Does he need to book appointment? But if you're going to even book appointment, you may need to still see the principal to book appointment. You may need to see the principal if there's anything like secretary to book appointment. So I don't think it's wrong. What does it mean by inappropriate? I feel what Sowore did is very commendable. How many politicians of our time will take out of their busy schedule and say, look, I don't want to just be a politician. I want to impart knowledge. How many of them really? Let's get real. Let's get practical. This is a down-to-earth man who feels, look, let me not stay idle playing game or reading news and all. Let me go out there and begin to touch the grassroots, touch the next generation, tell them some of the things they don't know, teach them government for free. Oh my God, for free. So why should even the principal run? Is there something that's like, what? Why is there an inadequacy that I'm not seeing? But yet another correspondent is saying from another light as if it's a crime. It's not a crime. I don't see any reason why the principal should even run. And he ran away on them, which means he must have heard that Omoyele Sowore, the convener of Revolution Now, the one who had threatened and the whole world and American senators, Senator Connery and the rest, commented on this issue. So he's like, oh my God, if this guy comes to my school, the whole world will know about my school. It's even a good one. If I was the principal of that school, honestly, I welcome Sowore with both hands. Yes, that means, my school is going to come to limelight. That means maybe by the time he's done with this whole thing, he will remember my student. Maybe, who knows, when one of my students become maybe best government student or the best geography student, who knows, we may get international recognition. Maybe the same may even get scholarship of some sort. So honestly, it's myopic. His thinking is very myopic. I would say kudos to Omoyele Sowore. I also say that he should try other schools. Maybe that particular school is not... maybe the principal is not well exposed. He's not seeing it from my point of view, maybe seeing on the point of view of the fact that this man comes in, he's going to bring me problems. Or also maybe his pay, the governor, the president, the principal here collects his paycheck, and if it's a federal school, then they probably may get his paycheck from the federal government. If it's a state school, probably may get his paycheck from the state government. And don't forget that's some Abuja we're talking about here. So he may be clashing with his paymasters, which is the president. And don't forget, Omoyele Sowore still have a court case pending and is against the federal government. He incidentally is his paymaster. That's principal's paymaster. Is his boss, the federal government. So you bring in this Sowore as a volunteer. That means you don't want to collect your pay. Maybe these are the things that are playing in his mind. But honestly, we shouldn't be playing politics with the lives of our students. If Sowore, who is vast in knowledge, vast in his experience, and this is not someone who probably learned in Nigeria, he got his academic powers, some part of his academic powers in the States, United States of America. So he got it all in him. Some knowledge you can't take away from the person, even if the person is into politics or not. This knowledge, he acquired it with or without certification, is already in him. So it's a plus, it's a win-win for the school. I'm surprised they're trying to play politics, trying to look at pay. Look at what will benefit your student. Sowore coming to teach genuinely, he's not going to collect pay, it's free from his time. And they said, look, I'm going to do this free. I want to impart knowledge. Forget the politics being played outside it. Even when your paymasters go, why did you bring him? Sorry, I didn't invite him. Sorry, I didn't give him the job. But he just wanted to volunteer. We're not paying him. It's free. All you need to do is to ensure that he's not instigating the students, against the government. And I don't think Sowore will do that. I'm sure if he's going to teach government, he's going to teach the people, the children at their age to know their right, which is not wrong. I don't see anything wrong with teaching students to know their right early in life so that they know what to do per time. I don't see why they're playing policy, but then the principal is checking, he's looking at his pay pocket. He's also looking at the fact that if anything happens and the school decides to retire him, very quickly, or decide to transfer him to a more terrible school, demote him, and then from there sack him, Sowore will not be there, to feed for him and his family. So I guess he's looking at immediate problem and not the general overview of the fact that the students will gain so much from Sowore. But that's where we're going to round it up. I don't want to stop there. Please go to our comment section. What do you think about? To me, it's quite a bit comic, but then it's a serious issue. It clearly shows, how the perception of the people out there to Sowore clearly shows that those some set of people still see him as some sort of troublemaker, while some look at it as he's some sort of an activist. But all is, to me, that's everyone to his own opinion, everyone to his own perception. Let's go to our comment section. Tell us what you think about Sowore's action to go and teach as a volunteer of either government or geography, and also the reaction of the principal to run at his presence, the fact that he heard that Sowore is coming to his school